Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Teddi Mellencamp says RHOBH firing was linked to Season 2 drama. Teddi Mellencamp is no stranger to sharing raw, unfiltered truths, and her latest revelations are no exception. On a recent episode of her Diamonds in the Rough podcast, the former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star opened up about some of the most intimate, painful, and surprising chapters of her life, from her controversial exit from reality TV to post-surgery depression and even a possible musical collaboration with her famous father, John Mellencamp. The 43-year-old, who appeared on RHOBH for 3 seasons, reflected on what may have led to her firing from the show. "I think I lost my job Season 2, she admitted. "I think I lost my job Season 2, and they kept me around for Season 3, and I became a nothing burger, and then that was the end," she added, "and you can do the math on what happened on Season 2 and figure that out," alluding to her role in the infamous Puppygate scandal involving Lisa Vanderpump and Dorrit Kemsley, a controversy that ultimately contributed to Vanderpump's departure from the show. But Teddi Mellencamp's podcast didn't just revisit her Bravo days. She also shocked listeners with a personal anecdote from her past. "I wasn't even paying attention to what the other people were doing," she said, recalling a time when she had sex while another couple was doing the same thing in the same bed. "But we didn't have another place to go," she explained, saying it happened long ago and she doesn't remember all the details. Recently, Teddi Mellencamp has been grappling with far more serious challenges. After discovering multiple tumors in her brain earlier this year, she underwent surgery and spent several weeks in the hospital. The emotional aftermath took a toll. "I was brutally depressed," she confessed, describing the first 5 days after surgery. "I didn't want to see anyone. I felt broken." Still, she offered a powerful message of hope to others experiencing similar struggles. "If you're feeling sad or you're feeling depressed, find something that you can go do that makes you feel alive. Your body knows it wants to be alive." Looking ahead, Teddi is exploring a completely new creative path, songwriting. And she might be getting some help from her rock star father. "I just want to do something new," she said. "I don't want to get stagnant." She shared that she's talked to John Mellencamp about writing songs together and is considering taking singing lessons to start the journey. "Let's get one thing straight. When you're a housewife, you're never really off the show. Even after they snatch that diamond out of your hand, your name still pops up in interviews, on podcasts, and across social media like an uninvited guest at one of Kyle's backyard soirees. So when people ask me, 'Teddi, why did Bravo let you go after 3 seasons?' I've given the polite answers: it was time. The network wanted to go in a different direction, no hard feelings. All technically true, but not the full story. It's taken me a while to say this publicly, but I believe the drama that sealed my fate didn't begin in Season 10, or even during the Denise Richards takedown. No, it started way back in Season 2, before I even knew what a confessional look was. Let me explain. Back in the early days of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the drama was lighter, glossier, less surgically enhanced. But it still had teeth. I was just a viewer then, one of the many women sitting on my couch with a glass of rosé in hand, marveling at the way Camille Grammer could throw shade with the flick of an eyelash. I remember watching Season 2 unfold like a glamorous Greek tragedy. Taylor Armstrong's marriage was falling apart in real time. Lisa Vanderpump was playing chess with people's emotions, and Brandi Glanville was the firecracker tossed into a Channel-scented powder keg. And then came the infamous game night episode, chaotic, cruel, and captivating. When I finally joined the show years later, I assumed the ghosts of that season had been buried. I was wrong. Flash forward to my own debut in Season 8. I came in with my own baggage, sure. I was the daughter of a rock legend, a mom of 3, and a straight-shooting accountability coach. Some people thought I was too boring, too normal for the franchise. Others thought I brought a breath of fresh air. But behind the scenes there was always a lingering suspicion about me. One I couldn't quite shake. Certain cast members whispered that I was too calculating, that I was Kyle's mouthpiece, that I came in with an agenda. And every time that criticism came up, it was always tied to some unspoken comparison, a memory, a moment from long ago, Season 2. Let's just say, some drama never dies. It just changes. In the Denise situation, Yes, I brought the tea about brandy. I thought I was just doing what housewives do, stirring the pot, playing the game. But apparently it rubbed people the wrong way. Viewers started saying I was mean, judgmental, and obsessed with being right. Sound familiar? That's because those were the exact words people used to describe the cast dynamic in season 2, when the show took a darker turn and Bravo got hit with real-world consequences. Mental health concerns, public backlash, contracts quietly not renewed. One exec even told me, off the record of course, that they were wary of season 2 level toxicity, and they felt my arc in season 10 was edging into dangerous territory. Was I the scapegoat? Maybe. But in a show where perception is everything, you don't get to choose your narrative. Sometimes the audience decides you're the villain, and there's no redemption arc waiting for you. So yes, I believe my firing wasn't just about ratings or relevance, it was about optics, damage control. A quiet message to future cast members: don't go too far. After season 10 aired, the calls from production stopped. The offers for glam-sponsored photoshoots dried up. Suddenly, I was back to being just Teddi. A mom. A podcaster. A woman with a hyper-organized fridge and a ring light in every room. And I won't lie, there was hurt. Rejection. Identity loss. I had built a brand around being honest, and now that honesty was being used against me, I started to ask, what do you do when your truth becomes your downfall? But here's what I've learned. Being let go from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills didn't ruin me, it refined me. It made me tougher, wiser, less afraid of calling things what they are. And here's what things are. The Housewives universe is a high-stakes reality pageant, where women are judged not just for what they do, but how they make people feel. And if you remind people of a darker chapter, they'll turn the page on you faster than you can say, BravoCon. So yeah, I think season 2 haunted me. Not because I was part of it, but because I echoed it. Because I came in with strong opinions, deep loyalty, and a refusal to play dumb for the sake of being liked. If that's what got me fired, I can live with that. These days I'm focused on new things, my podcast 2 T's in a Pod, being a mom, and helping people live healthier lives without filters. The Housewives door might be closed for now, but I've got other doors. Bigger ones. Ones with better lighting and no fake storylines. And if Bravo ever calls again, I'll answer. But this time I'll bring my own receipts. Author's note: Teddi Mellencamp continues to host her podcast and advocate for wellness and personal accountability. While her time on RHOBH ended after season 10, her legacy, love her or not, remains part of the Beverly Hills tapestry. Just don't ask her to play game night. Let me know if you'd like a more journalistic version, a podcast transcript style version, or even a parody version.